everyone, it is Susie, and I hope that you are all having a fantastic weekend. So excited for the weekend, love it when it comes around. I have a couple of projects I want to share that I'm going to swap in right now over at Sophie's Notes. And I have a little, this is almost like a little boo-boo, the one here that I want to share. It's not a boo-boo, but it just wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. I got the glue to share with you that I said that I found. I've got it, and I love it. It's great. I mean, it's an alright glue. I've used it on glassine. I've used it on some wax, those little waxed bags, and it seems to hold just fine. I'm very, very happy with it. So I'm going to share it with you. And then also I am on eBay now. With the holidays coming up, Christmas coming up, I wanted to get ready and gear up for gifts that are $10 and under. There may be some that are higher than that, but for the most part, nearly everything is $10 and under, and I wanted to kind of get that up before the holidays rolled around. Now, it's not jam-packed yet. I don't have I have a few items in there right now, but like anything else, it takes a while to get all the photos and get them edited and get them listed. So and I haven't quite figured out all the bugs yet to it when it comes to quantities and things. So right now I can't figure out how to get my quantity in there. So when something sells, I have to relist it. So it's just bugs I have to work out. Just being something new. I've never sold on eBay, and so it's you know, just new. And I am going to keep that link in the description box along with my Etsy shop. And if you're interested sometime or another, you can always just go over and keep check of what I got over there. I hope to have a lot more, which I have a lot more stuff right now. But I hope to get more in there loaded up in the next couple of weeks, and then all through till the holidays. And anyway, with that said, I've got some new things in the shop that I have got to share. I have got to share these. These are sunflowers. One of the ladies asked if Sharon could make sunflowers. And so I asked her, I said, you know, that I have someone who would like to know if you can make sunflowers. And she said, well, I don't know. I'll give it a try. So she did, and she did make sunflowers. I love them. I love how they came out. So these are in the Etsy shop right now. They're in a pack of 4. I've got this here. Now, they're not huge. I've got the measurements there in the shop. The biggest one is, it's going to go about, you know, an inch and maybe 3/4 or a little less than 3/4. And they're always going to be approximate because every set's going to vary. But about an inch and 3/4 to the littlest one, which I believe was just under an inch or right at an inch. So I mean, they are small, but oh, are they fun. So just super fun. You have to check out the sunflowers, ladies. But anyway, those are in the shop now. And so let's get into the journals, and then I'm going to tell you about the glue, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have on eBay. So these two, of course, are my swap projects. And so I made another loaded bag. This paper is from Authentique, and I believe it was called Gracious. I lost my little piece that I had sitting here. I've done something with it, but I believe it was called Gracious. So what I did was, of course, we had to have embellished tags, and the other loaded bag I showed you, you know, had all the tags embellished. I used book pages and things in it, but here is some of the fun tags, and I used alteration tags here and just gussied them up a little bit. So those are the tags that go in my pocket. I did use some, this is caramel sari silk, that was the color of it. I bought that at Victorian Gypsy Girl on Etsy is where I got that, and I've had that for several years now. And then here is the back right here. And then inside, of course, is the little journal. And these are all from that collection. And the journal, of course, is very simple because it can't be real thick. These are my flowers that I picked up at Hobby Lobby sometime back when they had their 75% off sale. Which was, it's been over a year ago. The last time that I seen that everybody was posting Hobby Lobby 75% off sale, mine never had it. I never did see a 75% off, so that may have just been in certain locations. Here is this is a seed packet, kind of just a small seed packet, seed envelope. And I have just added some vintage lace there. These are some Pinterest images, and I've just done a little collaging with it. It's just pretty basic. Here is another just little journaling spot there. And then this is, I believe this color is supposed to be salmon. That was the name of that that color of seam bind, silk. And then here is the back. So it's, I mean, it can't be very big, but that is the that's one of my swap pieces right there. That'll get a new owner once we get ready to ship out. So there is that one. Let me get kind of get these situated here. I like to keep them kind of situated because of the buttons. Alright, and get those back in there. So there is that. Then this is just a fun little file folder. This was supposed to be, it was kind of Midori inspired because of the binding. And so that's kind of where the swap was a Midori inspired journal. And of course the covers are made with the file folder. And this was where I'm going to write my little note, I believe, on the back of this. And I just had it tied in the front. It almost looks decorative there. And I just used an alterations tag, kind of ripped the bottom off and, you know, kind of made everything a little crooked there. But anyway, I like how it came out. I've got some coffee dyed seam binding. And I used an eyelet there to just tie. That's how I've tied it shut. I've kind of rolled it around. Now on my file folder, this here, I started out using Artie Mays' little folio that she had the tutorial to. And because I knew my journal was going to be really thick, or get thick, after I had made it, I put it aside and I made my other one just all out of file folder like this. So I didn't want to throw away the one I had papered the inside, and I didn't want to throw it away. So what I ended up doing was cutting it apart and just adding this fabric here to make my spine where it could be nice and you know, squared off, as you can see. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up using it anyway. And I have blessed, grateful hearts, and then of course added those flowers there. And here is the back. I have just left it. Oops, I got a little something on there. Something is stuck. So there is the back, and of course here is my elastic spine. Okay, and it opens up, and I've added another Pinterest, another Pinterest image there of corn stalks, I believe, and it's what she got is corn. And then you open it up, and there, of course, is the journal. And this opens up, and I've added a little, I've had these forever. They're like little file cards or something. And they are big like this, and I actually had cut it down to make a pocket here. I've got the big chat words from Tim Holtz, A Thankful Heart. And I've made this kind of like a little staggered book. I just sewed them together to make a little staggered book. And then here is the journal, and I have got, of course, my coffee dyed paper, tea dyed. This is probably tea dyed paper. It's a little more brown. And here is a little band that this sits in right here. It's just a little journaling paper. And I use, because the partner that I have, I know uses lighter beiges and tans when she does things. I did not want to use the black thread. So I used a cream color, just a cream color thread, just to keep it kind of in the same color that she likes. So I did do some stitching on the pages. They're not probably going to show up in the camera a whole lot, but I stitched around. I actually just kept this tag out. Now this is Amber Moon collection. Part of it is the Sunset collection from Prima that is in this, and there's just journaling. Just a journaling spot there. This is an old vintage waxed bag here. It's already yellowed just from age. And then I've got plenty of places for journaling. Here's just a little journaling spot there. And some more stitching. Or stitch on the machine. I use this one all the time. It's like a little vine. I just love that. And here is another, I just kept this out of the tag, Be Thankful, and I've stitched around this heart. I've just stitched around the heart, and I've even distressed it up a little bit. And then I've just got another piece of journaling paper. This is definitely coffee dyed paper here. I've got my graph paper and just some more stitching, and then I've added another little, he's holding, it looks like a pumpkin or might be some kind of squash, I can't tell, but anyway, it's big, whatever it is. And then here is the back, and then I've just included a little, I had some extra paper that I had cut down, so I just put her a little journaling thing there. And then in this here, I've just added a packet of goodies and tied it together there and put it in this pocket. So she's got some goodies to go with her journal. And anyway, guys, so this is the my little swap journal here. I'm just going to kind of roll that around. So anyway, those are really fun to make. Those little file folder things are. Okay, so here is my little paper here, and this is Authentique's. Oh no, it's not Authentique. It's Bo Bunny. I picked up this 6x6 Bo Bunny at Tuesday morning. It's Enchanted Harvest collection. And I didn't really use very much of it. I was going to make a couple of these bags because actually I had picked up a couple of big sheets of these cutouts, and so I knew I had the 6x6, and so I was just trying to make something especially for the fall. So I've added some chocolate seam binding there. Here are my tags, which are pretty much just things that have been, I have backed that in coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper. So I just have some tags that I have made, and then these are from the 12x12 sheet. I've backed them all in the stained paper. And here is the sunflowers, which are really cute on this paper, and I've put it on the back as well. And then here is the little journal on the inside. Now this is a regular size lunch bag, so it's not the jumbo size like I did for the swap. The swap was a jumbo size or giant size. This ends up being about a 6.5 by 5 1/4. And my journal's going to be about a 6 1/4 by 4 5/8, not quite 4 1/2. So this is a little journal, and I used a paper bag is what I used to put. Here you can kind of see the seam right there, but it's just a bag is what I used to put on the covers. And then of course I love this image here. She's just really cute. And then here are some of the computer cards. Now I do have those in the shop. I got my hands on some of those. Really wanted to play with them a little bit, and so I do have those. Those little old vintage data cards that they used long ago. And then here is just a little booklet I've made. Has October falling leaves on it. And then here is just, I've just did part of the stitching here, and I've just stapled that shut there. And then here's another little pretty image there, and I've just did a little collage. Here is just a tag, and I fussy cut a couple of butterflies and put them in the pocket because I thought they'd be fun in the journal somewhere. So that's just a little couple of fussy cut butterflies. This is just, I took book pages and just kind of glued two together to make the tag. And then here is some of that chocolate seam binding ruffled down the edge. Here's another little booklet, and then here's another little tag says thankful. Of course, those are the big chat words as well. And then another little collage there. And there's the other piece of that little computer data card. And there's the back. So there is the little journal. Now this is going in the Etsy shop. I will probably call it the Enchanted Harvest Loaded Bag Album, or something to that effect. It'll be the Loaded Bag Album anyway. And that is just super fun. Get these tags put back in here. And okay, so I want to do a little share here on this glue. And I've also, in the description, I have finally put together the Amazon list where I have got all my products that I use. I may have some things on there that are on my wish list, but they are the products that I use. So if I mention something and you're trying to find it, just go to the description box and find the My Favorite Things link there to Amazon. And when you hit that link, it will take you to the whole page that I have of stuff. And I'll keep adding to it as I buy different things and like them. And of course, it's the oh, I forget what they call it now, but anyway, you get a small percentage if something is sold from your favorites list. So I forget what they call it now, but anyway, I've been wanting to do that for quite some time because it's much easier if you see something and you ask me where I got it from, or if I say I got it from Amazon, then you've got to go to Amazon and try to find it. But you can just go to the description box, hit the My Favorite Thing link. It'll take you right over to the Amazon page where it's got all my favorite things. So this here is the glue. It's the Reptile Glue. So I have used this, and it's half empty because I put it in a little bottle here, is what I have done, because it's got a pretty big tip on it. And I like the finer tip since I've been using the Art Glitter Glue. So this stuff is really good. It's Reptile Premium Craft Adhesive. And I was watching Posh Paper Lady because I like to watch craft fair videos. I love to see what people are making for craft fairs. I am never in craft fairs. Gosh, I would never have the time. I'd have to be retired to do something like that. But I love to see what they're making in the craft fairs. So I like to go to craft fairs. And so I was watching her, and she was saying this is the only glue she ever uses. You know, she uses hot glue and you know, stuff like that. But she said this is her only glue that she uses. And I thought, well, I've never heard of that. So I went over to try to find it, and of course I did find it on Amazon. This is in my favorites list, so if you're interested in or are looking for it, just hit that link and head over to Amazon, because you'll find it. I've got it right there. So then, because I didn't have an empty small bottle with a fine tip, I was trying to put the fine tip on this bottle here, and it wasn't working. So I purchased these. These came in a pack of 3. I believe they're the Art Deco bottles. There's 3 in a package, and it has a small tip that you can actually put the fine tip on. It works really, really good. It doesn't come off. It's almost the same type of lid as the Art Glitter Glue. So I purchased this, and I've got 2 extra bottles now. The only thing I did find out is this has to be really tight, or the glue will seep out. So you really have to tighten the lid on the plastic bottle. And once I've got it tight, good and tight, it doesn't leak out. But before I got it really good and tight, it was seeping out. So that's just a tip for you. But anyway, I love the bottles. I love the glue. So, and like I said, you can put this fine tip, which I purchased on Amazon also, and it is in my favorites, on my favorites page. You can find it right there. And so, there is the fine tips. So, anyway, I thought that was fun. And actually, this is not a really bad tip, but it's not a fine tip. It is small. You can almost use these bottles just like they are if you wanted a little bit smaller tip than what is in the Reptile Glue. But I do like the Reptile Glue. I really, really like it. So here are some of the things that I've got on Amazon. This is why I was telling you I'm trying to get it loaded up before the holidays. I just have to do a few things at a time. But this is one of the things that I have got in there. And it is a set of 6 note cards. And it displays on, now hold on here. Each decorative card set includes 6 inspirational art cards and wooden stand, which can also display a 4x6 photo. So here is the wood stand with the friend and the little flower. And then the note cards, there are 6 note cards, and that's kind of what they look like right there. And these are the Kelly Ray Roberts mixed media. And all 6 of the cards go in there, and this is kind of what the stand looks like when the card's on it. So anyway, and that is in there. And I have more of them. Like I said, I just can't figure out how to get the availability. Gosh, the availability on that just right. Now, all these are new. These are just new gifts. And this is a Kelly Ray Roberts. This one is Courage. And it's another one that has the 6 note cards with the stand. And here is the cards that come in it. They're really, really cute. You know, if I could make a living out of just shopping, that would have been a job for me, because I love shopping. I love looking for bargains. It's just something I love doing and always have. This here is kind of a really neat little piece. It is also mixed media, and it stands up. The key actually props the back. That's how it stands up, but it's so cute. It's art hearts, and this one is For This Child I Prayed. I thought that was really cute when I seen it, so I picked up several of them, and I have them in the shop, or in eBay. This is in eBay. This isn't in Etsy. And then I also have this Hope and Healing Angel ornament. It's a gift card, photo frame gift card. And I have several of these in different things, different sayings. I just pulled one so you could kind of see. But it opens up, and this is the inside. Of course, you need to remove the plastic. And then this is the ornament right here, so it's kind of a gift as well as a card. So, and I do have these open where you can read them over there in my eBay shop. So anyway, guys, that's just something new that I've got going on. I wanted to get some fun things in there for the holidays. And so I guess that's it. Gosh, this was a long video, but I've got so many projects in the making. It is just unbelievable what I've got going on. I've started some Christmas stuff and getting some Halloween stuff going. So anyway, I'm just all over the place. But anyway, guys, have a great weekend, and be sure and go over, if you're looking for an inexpensive glue, this was $5.99 a bottle, very, very cheap. They had a smaller bottle as well. I think a 2 ounce was $2.99, but really, really fun glue here. I really like it, so it's a good one to buy. So anyway, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video.